So weddings, they are fun times. Everybody looks forward to them. They are something where all the family, all the friends get together in one place and enjoy celebrating this day for the bride and groom, with the bride and groom. And generally that means that there's an age range of children that attend, from babies through to teenagers. And at Freedom, we've spent the last 20 years developing a range of services that meets the needs of a wedding. So that can be from a pre-wedding service that can be for the bride if she's got children already. Maybe this is a second marriage and we've got older children from a second marriage, or we had children first. And we can help the bride and groom with the day preparations so that the children are cared for whilst she's getting ready and while she's having her makeup and hair done, and then that nanny can stay on then to look after those children throughout the wedding and even overnight if that's required. For groups of children we can offer a creche, or for older children we can put on sort of workshop activities so it's more cool and it's not class, we separate the younger children and the older children up. We can do a range of activities. We've got a huge store of toys that we can choose from, with all the possible play activities you can possibly imagine. Prior to the wedding we will have filled in a family registration form, so we'll have gathered all the information about the children, their ages, what they like, what they don't like, what they like to play with, who they get on with in the family and who they don't get on with maybe. And so we encompass all of that information into our planning. We will allocate a creche leader, and that creche leader will be responsible for contacting the venue and the bride and the groom and having a meeting prior to the wedding so that we understand the dynamics of the wedding, because all weddings are different and all bride and groom's expectations of the day are different. And at Freedom we don't just provide a set service, we provide a bespoke service for your wedding, for your group of children, for you. So it's what you want, and it's how the more information you tell us, the more we can hone it to your needs. And then once the creche is finished, and the best time for that creche to happen during the wedding is after the speeches, because adults like to sit around at weddings and they like to talk and they like to eat and they like to drink. And children don't generally like to do any of those things for hours on end. If a child's sitting and eating, they want to eat, done, I've had my drink, I've had my food, now what's next, what we're going to do. So we can cater for the children, and we've done that in various forms as well. We've had a table at the back of the wedding breakfast, and we have had staff that have monitored and supervised the food for the children. And then as soon as the children have finished their food, which we always try and encourage the hotel to bring first, and it's just little details that we can liaise with the hotel over as well. Things like, don't put the children's food on hot plates. A hotel wouldn't think of that. Don't put glasses on the children's table. Let's have plastic glasses, which can still be beautiful. Let's have some colouring or something on the table to keep them busy in between courses. Let's keep the children's food simple. Children don't necessarily want to or need to eat what the adults are eating, so let's just keep the children's food simple. They can eat their food and then they can go off and play, and then the adults can carry on doing their thing, knowing that the children are having a great time just in the room down the road or just in the room around the corner. So they're there, and if the parents want to come and check on them, they can. So that's the sort of wedding creche we would do, and we would plan activities for the children throughout the day. And then during the evening, what we tend to do is try to sort of gauge things so that the younger children, especially some of the older children, probably will go back and join the adults disco, or might get bored with that and want to keep popping between the two, and we can facilitate that as well in the planning. And then what we will do is we do sort of we can do a DVD and popcorn, so we snuggle everybody down with big duvets and blankets and popcorn and a nice film, and some of them will drop off to sleep. You know, we might have a couple of babies in cots in the same room because that's nice and quiet. You know, and or a combination of that, and maybe some of the younger children we would provide babysitters for, and they would be taken off to their rooms within the hotel and babysat until the parents return. So there's babysitters, there's nannies, there's creches, there's workshops, there's the, you know, the parts of the creche that go to make up the creche, so the play activities, dressing up, floor play, role play, games. You know, we have a huge range of staff that are super qualified, super enthusiastic, super animated, and will engage with the children and play games. And although we've got a plan on the day, children don't necessarily want to follow your plan. You know, we'll diverge and we'll go off on a tangent and think, well, actually this isn't working, let's not do that, let's do this instead because this is what they want. It's really sunny outside today, let's get them out and play with the hoops and the balloons and the bubbles and the parachutes, because we've got that opportunity. So prior to the wedding, we will have done the site visit and had a meeting with the bride and the groom and the venue coordinator, and we will have risk assessed the room, and we will have had a look at the outside area to see what we can do on the day, should the sun shine, should the sun not shine. So we've got a range of opportunities, and we will bring all of that with us in the van, all boxed up, ready to go. The staff will arrive sort of 30 minutes early, an hour early, depending on the size of the creche and the numbers of children. And we will get the room all set up so it's beautiful and inviting when they arrive. And then throughout the day, we will shift things around and change the pace of the room and change what's going on in the room so it's always fresh for the children. And we can provide snacks, dependent if it's a hotel and the hotel want to bring snacks into the creche room, we can do that. We can bring snacks and fruit and juice and things for the children as well. So yeah, it can be, I think the thing is with Freedom, it's all about you, it's all about your wedding, it's your special day. What do you want from us? How do you want this to play out? What are the dynamics of your wedding? What do you want it to look and feel like? And once we understand that, we can provide that for you. And we've provided weddings in fields. We've done creches in teepees. We've done them with bales of hay. You know, you name it, we've done it. You know, in private gardens or in private houses where we've taken over part of the house. So, you know, there's no limitations to what we can do. You know, we've got great imagination, we've got great creativity, we've got a great team, and you put all that together and you get a great wedding.